Hello and welcome to Emotionally Speaking. I'm Carla McLaren and I have an interesting question. Isn't happiness the best emotion? Now, you'll know if you looked at my previous videos that each emotion that I look at in my system of 17 emotions, and of course there's more emotions than that, but I chose 17 categories to sort of keep it simple. And in those emotions, those 17 emotions fit into 4 categories of the angers, the fears, the sadnesses, and the happinesses. And what I say is that the happinesses are so put upon. The happinesses are the 3 emotions. Happiness, which is like amusement or looking forward to the future, is kind of hope, yay. Contentment, which is turning toward yourself and just feeling proud of yourself in a healthy way, like, hey, you did a good job. Or joy, which is that expansive emotion that sort of happens when you come upon the most beautiful thing you've ever seen, or the most brilliant idea, or the most wonderful person, or the most fabulousness, right? So joy is this wonderful emotion. All 3 of them are. But you know what else is wonderful? Sadness and grief and fear and panic and jealousy and envy and anger and hatred, all of them have their purpose, all of them have their meaning and their usefulness. I was at a talk once and there were some things going on with me, with my health. And I had to say, because there were a lot of empathic people in the audience and I didn't want to give them mixed signals, I said, I am dealing right now with depression and some grief and sadness, and I can manage all 3 of those emotions very well, so you don't have to fix me, but I don't want to come and put on a happy face and pretend that these aren't true. I'm not going to sort of like give this whole talk with a depressive tone, and I'm going to be able to move through different emotions, but I just want you to know about that background. I said, because if I were to put happiness on the front of these 3 very important emotions, it would be disrespectful to grief and its work of helping me mourn what has been lost forever. It would be disrespectful to depression, which tries to stop me when there is something wrong and I shouldn't go forward anyway. And it would be disrespectful to sadness, which is about letting go of something that isn't working anyway. But the most disrespect would be given to happiness, which has nothing to do with any of this, and would in that instance be brought onto these emotions and put on like a mask, and the happiness would have to run around like a circus pony with the hat, pretending. And that is an unkindness to happiness, right? So I let happiness come when it does, and grief come when it does, and sadness come when it does, and anger come when it does, right? Just let the emotions work and bring me their wisdom and give me their messages and the energy they bring and move forward, right? Happiness has its place. When happiness comes forward, I go, this is awesome, fun, let's look forward to this, what a great time we're going to have, or that was really funny, or look at that beautiful thing, right? That is perfectly valid, right? That emotion is perfectly valid, it's excellent, but if all of a sudden I'm in the middle of my workday and I'm doing one thing over and over again and I realize I'm doing this not because I like it, but because this work fell on me and I'm feeling some anger because I didn't set a boundary around this, and I'm feeling sadness because I need to let this go. I'm also feeling some fear because if I say I don't want to do it, are people going to think I'm letting them down? Do you know what I mean? There's going to be a lot of emotions happening, and happiness isn't one of them at that point. Now, when I resolve it, and I say, okay, I am going to set a boundary. If people think less of me, I'll talk to them about it. I'll deal with it, right? I'm going to let this go because it's really not working. That's how I feel, right? I've moved through the emotions in their truth and with honesty. I haven't pretended there's any other thing going on. I haven't thrown an emotion on top of it. And after I make that decision, I go, yay, right? Happiness comes out. So happiness is not the best emotion. Happiness didn't come out as a reward for eating my vegetable emotions that are yucky. Happiness came out because it was now time again to look forward to the future and think things were fun, right? So the answer to is X the best emotion is yes. All emotions are the best emotion when you need them. And all emotions are the worst emotion if you're trying to put them on and disrespect another emotion. That's true. Emotionally speaking, you want to focus on the emotions that are real and work with them in the way that emotions like to be worked with, which is with respect for their wisdom. And then any of your happinesses or fears or sadness or angers can come forward whenever they need to and whenever you need them. And you will have a functional emotional life. Does that make you happy? Yes, it should. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.